Welcome to How to Kill a Kit with Style, August 2019. Hi, it's Ronnie, and this is for, actually, I was doing this for Secret Not Secret Kit Club, one of their challenges for their weekend party, and it was grab 6. It started out grab 5, but then there were so many things people wanted to put on there, it made it to grab 6. So the grab 6 is floral, sequins, wood veneer, doilies, twine, stencils, or washi. And I'm going to use washi. Uh, okay, I'm trying to figure out what that is right there. um, that's a pinstripe, a mint green pinstripe. It's really pretty. And I'm going to use it for the bottom of my layout, and then I'm going to cut this out right here, and it says summertime is always the best of what might be. And then see how, did you see me pull that up just a little bit? I decided to go ahead and put part of the next one on there, and that one had something to do with flamingos, and I thought there's a good chance I may never even use that, so I might as well add a little bit of a dark pink border at the bottom. And I'm looking at this, trying to decide exactly how I want it. Oh, I got sidetracked. I'm going to mat my photo, apparently. This is from the 6x6 paper pad. And I didn't cut my photo down since she is, that's my granddaughter, and she is pulling rocks out of her shoes. They had gotten caught in there, and so she stopped and was pulling them out, little pebbles. And so my title's going to be Future Geologist Collecting Rocks. I was kind of making fun of her collection there. But I went ahead and left it like it was, so I had to use the whole 6x6, including where the hole's at. So I'm going to have to cover the hole up with a picture. But that's one good thing about it, when it don't have any perforated edges or anything. You can just go ahead and use the whole thing and cover the hole up. Here I'm using another piece of paper to make sure I get a correct 12 by 12 out of this, and I'm going to use some washi tape on the back to put this together. And it's one of the ones that I don't use that often, and I'm slowly using it for many different things, and I'm going to be running out of it. Oh, I looked over there to the side, and you can see that one little edge sticking out. So I'm going to end up trimming that off. Yeah, right here. It's just it's really thin little bit, but yeah, I thought I'd make it a little straighter there. I am going to put that strip there in the middle with the flowers, and I'm going to end up putting those flowers over to the right. I'm going to fussy cut them out, and my idea was kind of like the wind's blowing them and off of that strip up into the air, and that's why the top part is blue and it looks like sky, and then I just use the green pinstripe at the bottom because I liked it. But I'm not going to have you watch all of this fussy cutting. I am going to cut that out in probably just a second. But yeah, these are cute little flowers, and I like fussy cutting anyway. I like being able to adhere some to the page and then take and use some foam tape and raise some up and add dimension. So, and that's like one of my most favorite things to do with flowers. If it can be fussy cut, I want to fussy cut it. And my idea behind the gingham in the back behind the picture was, when I was pulling it out of the 6x6 paper pad, that it kind of reminded me of a tablecloth that you would take on a picnic. We were having a picnic that day at the park, and there's like, a creek down at the side of the park, and all the kids love to go down there, and walk around in that area, and I guess that's where she picked up the pebbles in her shoes, but she had stopped. And like I said, there's lots of kids there, so that area isn't quite as grassy. It does have lots of trees and lots of bushes, so they feel like they're on a jungle retreat when they go through there. But right by the creek, there isn't much grass, and I'm sure it's from the many, many footsteps going through there. I added foam tape to that little flower and put it there, and I'm also going to put that one down there and no, they didn't blow away. I guess those kind of fell off the flower bushes down into the bottom part of the layout. And that piece of paper originally had green on the bottom, and I thought about using it kind of to mimic green grass on the bottom, but I really wanted to use the green pinstripe just because I liked it. I added foam tape and adhered all the flowers down instead of them just laying there. They've all been added to the page and stuck down except for that one there, and I'm going to go ahead and add foam tape to it, and I'm going to put it by that big flower that I've already had foam tape to. I probably could have got away with just sticking it on there since part of it goes over the top of the flower, but I put foam tape and just had it hanging off the side instead. And of course, I love my liquid glue. I lost the little metal cap that goes on there, the little fine point thing, and this is from an old bottle. It does not fit very well. It keeps stopping up and it keeps falling off. Yeah, I almost ruined a scrapbook page where it fell off and lots of glue came out. It just kept coming, but I was able to save it, put something else there. I finished my title, and like I said, it is Future Geologist Collecting Rocks. And I noticed it's crooked there, and I did notice it while I was doing this voiceover. So while I was doing the voiceover, it got straightened up. So it is straightened out. It is not straight in the final picture at the end, but it is straight now in the real page. One of the things on the list was tags. Wait, wasn't? No, there was no tag on here. Oh, it's twine is why I put it there. I'm thinking, tags? No, I'm looking at the list. It was twine, and I was thinking, how am I going to use twine on here? And then I thought, well, I could add a tag. That would enable me to add the twine without having to try to figure out a way to add the twine. And I chose the yellow to repeat the yellow that's in the flowers, the white flowers. And then I'm also going to use some yellow on the sequins, and these are Spiegelmom scrap sequins, and I think they're called something sunshine. I'm not quite sure. And I'm going to glue them down on the page, but I must not have done a really good job of gluing them down on the page. I must not have took my layout and shook it like I usually do, because you're going to see me glue one here and there throughout the rest of the process on this video, because yeah, I didn't do a very good job. And those are really pretty sequins. Of course, Spiegelmom scrap sequins are always really pretty. And I got my list out again. I'm checking it. Flowers, sequins. I'm like, oh no, wood veneer. I got to put wood veneer on there. So I'm pulling them out. I thought about that camera first, but I didn't quite like it for this layout, so I used the smaller one. But I'm not going to like the wood veneer itself, so I'm going to color it, and I'm going to use Hollyhock from Close to My Heart. And the first coating was perfect. I should have stopped there, but no. I had to just keep putting coats on there. I kept seeing the wood grain. I don't know what I was thinking. So they're pretty dark. So I'm going to have to end up repeating them 3 times on the page just to make it all seem cohesive. But yeah, I put my bicycle there like it's going off on the page, that she's off on an adventure. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera back over there. Oh, another sequence. Yeah, I'm gluing another one of them down because I didn't do a very good job to start with. And no, I'm not going to check my paper yet. And there is more that is not glued down. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I remember the washi. Yeah, the washi was on the list. It was either stencil or washi, and I thought about a stencil, but I couldn't think of one I had that would go with the page, so I just decided to go ahead and use the washi instead. And this is just one I had in my stash like forever. I probably had it 5-6 years, if not longer. And I'm going to use it in 3 spots on the layout. And look, I am going to shake my page. Yeah, so everything's stuck down finally. But I am going to go ahead and color this camera, and then I am going to look at my layout and think, I should have repeated all this in 3 spots. So I am going to repeat the washi along with the little wood veneers. But first I'm going to put my enamel dots on there. And instead of using all one color, I'm going to use 3 different colors. I'm going to use yellow, a dark pink that's almost a red, and then a lighter pink. And I'm going to repeat that in 3 different spots on the layout before I decide I need wood veneer one more time. So I'm going to have to end up pulling out my wood veneer container because I have nothing in that little baggie that is going to go with this. I think stars is about all I have, and Word Explorer maybe, and which I did think about using, but I had another layout planned for it, so I decided to dig in my stash and get something else. But there's my little piece of washi there, and it don't look very straight, and I did notice it didn't look very straight even after I tried it a second time, but I decided to go with it. I don't mind my washi not being completely straight on there. I think it adds a little bit of character to the layout if you don't have it quite straightened out. And I like tearing it. I don't want to cut it. And when I put this wood veneer down, I was holding it in place with my finger, and there you see the little spot of ink on there. And I tried erasing it with a pencil that I had, and that did not work. And so I tried erasing it with a bigger eraser, and I didn't want to use the one with the sandpaper because, see, there's my fingers, because of the fact that when you use it, if it's not solid cardstock, it don't work very well. It'll just take the top right off. So I decided it was better to just cover it up, and that's what I'm doing with the little fussy cut flower. And then I decided to go ahead and add, there's just a little tiny bit that's showing, and so I add a leaf to go along there too and get it all covered up. But that's my layout, and this is layout number 3 for How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of August 2019. I would love it if you leave a comment below. I'll be sure to respond. If you liked the video, I'd love it if you hit the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and join my YouTube family. Well, that's my layout, so have a happy, scrappy week, and thanks for watching. Bye.